Lakers, this point last year, have the same mark as they do this year, 19 and 21. They feel like the world is going to end. Darvin Ham said he hates that everyone lives and dies with every game. I mean, that's just what it is now with the media and the Lakers in particular. Currently bottom 10 in offense, 3-pointers made, rebounds. Jack, is there any hope for this team, the Los Angeles Lakers?
Yeah, I mean, it's hope, but it just they be crazy with how they be looking at this team. Like, okay, perfect example, man. Every time Braun lose, they kill the team. They kill the team. They don't put no responsibility on any other team who has the best player. They throwing all responsibility on the best team. These guys are role players for a reason because they can play a role at anywhere else. But the stars, a lot of night you got to over exceed your expectations for your team to be great. Tim Duncan had a quadruple double for us to win the NBA championship. Stars, they got to do just some amazing shit for their teams to be great. And yeah, we know that the supporting cast is trash. They playing like trash. AD, I don't know what to say about him. I don't even know why we still talking about him. It is what it is. But Braun is playing great, but at the same time, some type of way, if they don't make no moves, he got to get them guys going to be in the hunt to win another championship. But getting swept again like they went out last year by Denver, I mean, that's not a good look, bro.
I think to have the same record that they had last year, obviously Trey Westbrook, get these younger pieces in and make the Western Conference Finals where they overachieved. That's up to everyone to decide on their own. But I always thought that this team was built for the playoffs. I think they just have to get
Mm-hmm.
to the playoffs. I'm not saying they're going to win, but they're a team that's led by an older man in LeBron and AD. And then they have a bunch of role players. So they have a lot of size, a lot of length. I think the playoffs where you
Mm-mm.
get a day or two off in between each game, they can, Bron can make in-game adjustments for the team. Um, I think this team, I just think it's too early to really, as much as they're being harped on, I think it's too early just to really kill this team off. I think they definitely had the assets to make a move if they want. Hachimura, D'Lo, been up and down. They can create some cap space to go out there and get a player. But again, I don't ever count LeBron all the way out, especially this early in the season. So we'll have to see. Obviously, a lot of
He
big
doing
names
his
on them.
job.
Oh, definitely doing his job. A lot of big names on the market. Stat. I'm gonna name a few off. Zach Levine, who I think could fit solidly in LA because they need a bucket getter, they need a shooter. He could do
Mm.
both those. I really like marketing out of Utah. We'll see if they let him go. Obviously, DeRozan's on the market. Pascal Siakam. DeRozan's been linked to the Knicks. They said they said Levine's contract is ugly. He gets 40 million up until the year 2027, so he's not really a hot topic amongst teams. But DeVar, on the other hand, has an expiring contract. Siakam was linked to the Kings at one point, but the Kings weren't budging with Keegan Murray, so they're out the race. The Warriors and Pacers have been linked to him. Jack, any names on there really intrigue you and really feel like this one player can get this team over the hump?
Well, let me say this first. When I was saying Siakam wasn't a number one guy, when I was saying all this about Siakam a year ago, I was hating. I was hating. It's clearly he's not a number one guy. He made some good money. He was in a great situation with other players where he played a great role. And now y'all see with him being the number one guy, he's definitely not that. I've been saying that. I told y'all that. Now y'all trying to trade him to make him a third or fourth guy somewhere else. That's where he belongs. If he go to the Warriors, he'll be a great fit for the Warriors because he's an energy guy. He can do all the dirty work. He's another guy that can play defense as well. He got a high energy. They could use him. But I told y'all he was not a number one guy. DeRozan to the Lakers would be great. They tried to do that before. I think that move would be great. That's Zach Levine going anywhere would be great because he's a great scorer. He's a solid guy and a defender. But I think for the most part, the guy that I said wasn't the number one guy, Siakam going to Golden State. I think that's a big move for them because they need some energy. They need some change over there.
Whether it's Golden State or even Indiana, I like Indiana and
Yeah.
Halliburton and Miles Turner. The way them boys are playing well. Hopefully Halliburton will be okay. He had a hamstring injury last week, but I like him there. I like marketing to the Kings too. I think a bigger guy that is versatile, that could roam around as a five almost, or push the bonus to the five and let him be the four. I think that'd be a good look in Sacramento. But it's going to be interesting to see. The trade deadline is always like reality TV, man. When it comes down to the wire, a lot of wild shit is going to happen leading up and the day of. So always exciting to see because these moves that people make. Lakers made great moves at the trade deadline last year, and ended up in the Western Conference Finals. So we'll have to see where these guys land. Oh, real quick, Jack, something I forgot to touch on. Austin Reeves, obviously a friend of the program, has had a very solid year, got rewarded. It seems like the Lakers are really reluctant to trade him. What are your thoughts? I mean, if something big enough came across the board, would you trade Austin Reeves, or are you keeping him if you're at Lakers management?
If you don't have 23 on your jersey, you on the trading block.
Play the
All
system.
y'all can go. Yeah, all y'all. AD, all y'all can go.
Yeah. Only number 23 is safe.
Man, if your name ain't the Kane, you ain't good.
You ain't safe.
You ain't safe.
Yeah, they good. They just ain't safe.